Okay, welcome to the next episode of Not So Gracefully. This one is about confidence, finding confidence in ourselves, embracing our inner confidence. As we get older, confidence is harder to have. We start looking in the mirror, we start seeing gray hair, wrinkles, skin's not as tight as it used to be, cellulite, bones. Oh my God. I woke up this morning and my hip hurt so bad. I was like, damn, I can't even get out of bed. But what we have inside doesn't change. You know, my gray hair does not affect who I am inside. And we need to figure out a way to be confident and stay confident, regardless of what happens in our lives, regardless of our aging, our weight gain, weight loss, hair color. I'm losing teeth, which is going to be changed here real soon. Just anything, career changes can affect our confidence. I know that about a year and a half ago, I switched jobs, and it was difficult, but it was needed. I was driving way too far to go to work every day, and it was time to change. And it's hard. I'm working for a kid, literally. My boss is 26 years old. And that's hard for people to take direction, be trained and educated by someone that's younger than my child. But it doesn't matter. We are also very well educated in just life in general. We've been through a lot more in life than this 26-year-old kid. And we need to stay confident in the fact that we are who we are. We are strong, we are beautiful, we are educated, and we are confident. Those are the things that we need to keep reminding ourselves every day. Finding confidence can be hard, believe me. Going through a divorce, switching jobs, kids growing up and moving out. Those are all things that can affect us, not just physically, but mentally. I got divorced, got a job, worked at that job for 3 years, felt good, switched jobs, and felt like I was starting all over again. But it's how we handle it, how we can get ourselves and put ourselves through it. And you just got to handle it with grace and dignity and confidence. I'm going to use that word a lot, so don't make this a drinking game and take a shot every time I say the word confidence, or you'll be in bad shape. We tend to change who we are due to circumstances. It could be a group of friends. It could be your boss. Most of the time, it's a guy. Honestly, we change who we are to fit a certain narrative. These friends might all like to girlfriends you hang out with, and you just start acting a different way to fit into their group. It's not high school anymore, but it's still something that happens. Your boss might say something about having an ideal type of employee, and you change your beliefs or the way you do things to make it work for him or her. I just use the word him because I've had a male boss that I've changed my beliefs in certain things and how I learned things and how I did things just to please this guy. So that's why I just assumed the boss was a him, because that was the one I changed for. But most of the time it's for a guy. And I know this because I did it. I was in my 20s and I was dating this guy. I just gotten out of, a bad marriage with my daughter's father. And I met this guy, David. Oh my God, he was cute and funny and he made me feel good. But there were things about me I won't say he didn't like, just didn't find his taste. He liked skinny women who were blonde and, liked to wear thongs. I was definitely not a blonde, as you can tell. And the size of me and my chest, you could know I wasn't skinny. So I dyed my hair blonde, which was expensive. Bleaching it out and going blonde. Pretty much killing it. Starved myself. Oh my God, I hardly ate anything just to get to a size 10. I haven't been a size 10 since high school, probably middle school. And it was hard because, keeping weight off and staying that skinny and him liking to, go out to eat and to drink and things like that, and my having to be picky about what I ate. And of course, I started wearing the most uncomfortable underwear in the world. Oh my God, they were uncomfortable, especially in jeans. Just for this guy, just to please this guy. Changing almost everything about me. The only thing I don't think I changed was, being a single mom. I couldn't change that, and I wasn't going to change that. But he didn't ask me to change that. He never asked me to change, but he kept hinting at what he liked, how I wasn't really his taste. But, he liked me for who I was or whatever. Just, it was like I was getting different signals. So I changed everything about myself to please this guy. I mean, I wanted this man so bad. And I look back now and I'm like, why? But 6 months later, he dumped me for his ex-wife. The skinny blonde in the thongs. That was so painful. It was probably one of the worst things that I had gone through at that age. I've gone through a lot worse since, but at that age, it felt nice to be a brunette again and to actually eat. I could sit down and eat a couple slices of pizza and drink a beer and not feel guilty. Oh my God, and to get rid of the underwear. God almighty, that was a blessing in disguise. But it hurt. It was very, very painful. And I started wondering what it was that I had done wrong. I did everything he wanted. I changed who I was just to please him. And it still wasn't good enough. He still dumped me. And that took a while to get over. And building my confidence after that, oh my God, it took a very long time. People would compliment me. People would, ask me, guys would ask me out. Of course, I had my daughter who used to tell me every day how beautiful I was. But it was me. I had to build it inside of me. But, as women, we should help each other. We should help build confidence in each other. That's that saying, something about, I want to be the queen who fixes another one's crown versus one that will knock you down. And I can honestly say that it's hard for women. I see it's almost like a competition with women. And it's not intentional. It's just something that we have inside of us. And it could be a confidence thing too. But we should be there and we should support each other and we should help each other become strong. But it's not always that easy either, being in situations where it could be two women fighting for the same position in a job or a guy. And, it's not easy. Here, go back to another story. I had a best friend and we did everything together. We were single moms. We had the same visitation schedule. So every other weekend we had free to do what we wanted to do. Friday night I would drive, Saturday night she would drive. So nobody was ever drinking and driving. And, we would go out to the bars, to the clubs, we were in our 20s. So it was our thing. She used to make a joke about how, I would wear certain outfits so the assets would show. And, oh, well, at least we won't be buying any drinks tonight because those things will be buying our drinks. And I could walk into a bar or in a club and never, ever have to buy a drink. But is that the way you want to be portrayed as, the girl that had the boobs out to get free drinks? Well, I went out with a guy a couple of times. I wasn't like super crazy about him or anything, but it was just nice to have a date night every once in a while, with this guy that I had a lot in common with. And we were out one night and we were sitting at the dinner table and I could tell he was uncomfortable. I could tell he was just not feeling this. And he looked at me and he said, I gotta tell you something. And I said, are you telling me you don't want to see me anymore? He said, kinda, sorta, maybe. It's a little more complicated. And I was like, okay. He goes, I'd really like to date your friend. I was like, oh, damn. Okay. Well, she's my friend, so let me talk to her. Let me find out. As a woman, you think, oh, well, she's my friend. She's got my back. I ain't gonna worry about it. We're gonna dump this loser and tell him to hit the road. No, she decided she was gonna date him. And it hit me weird. Like, are you kidding me? She goes, well, we are, we go out together. We're a group. I'm the pretty one. You're the funny one. Well, what? You just gave me the title of the funny one. Why do I have to be the funny one and you the pretty one? Can't I be funny, pretty, smart, the whole package? And she goes, well, you are a bigger girl and, people think you're cute and funny. I just looked at her and I was like, you know what? I don't think we can be friends anymore. I couldn't believe that my friend, someone that I cared for greatly, someone that I picked up off the floor and carried out of a bar one night because she was so drunk and hanging on this dude that she didn't even know, carried her out of there. Just threw me right up under that bus for a guy. So what I'm getting at is we need to be very strong women and we need to support each other. We need to embrace what we have and be proud of what we have. Because, I'm 51 years old. I've worked hard for all of this. I worked hard I put myself through college as a single mom. I've switched jobs several times. I've worked for male chauvinistic, narcissistic jerks. I even married one. But, you work hard for becoming who you are. I've been married and divorced twice. I went through a bad custody battle. I had an ex-husband who died of cirrhosis of the liver. So that tells you where he might have, what the road he might have went down to get there and what I went through in that marriage to be where I am today. But I can't let those things knock me down. I can't let those things define who I am. I don't have the big mega mansion on the lake. I don't have a brand new car. I don't work for a multi-million-dollar company. I'd like to one day maybe own my own company and build my own successful company, but I don't let that define who I am. My clothes might come from a thrift store or Walmart, whatever it takes to be what I need to be and be comfortable. But that doesn't make me any less of a person because my clothes came from a thrift store or my clothes came from Walmart or my clothes came from Shein. That's my favorite place to order clothes, by the way. I tend to get a package quite often there and my fiance is like, well, what did you buy this time? But it's not the definition of who I am. The definition of who I am is who I feel that I am. I'm strong. I'm confident. I'm educated. And that's what we need to tell ourselves every day. When you go to work every day, you walk into that place, you own it. You walk in with confidence. You're like, hey, I'm here to do a job that I'm good at and I'm going to do it. And if we make a mistake, hey, that's okay. We're human. You own the mistake, you fix the mistake, and you walk away from the mistake. You don't dwell on that mistake. You don't let that mistake control what you think your boss is going to think of you as an employee because you screwed something up. No, you don't do that. You own it. You don't blame somebody else and say, oh, she did it, he did it, whatever. It wasn't me. If you did it, you did it. You own it. But you fix it and you move past it. Because we can't let our past mistakes affect who we are now and in the future. It's hard some days to get up and look in that mirror and know that I'm feeling like crap. I'm feeling like, everything I put on makes me feel fat. If you ever put something on and it didn't work and you threw it in the corner and you're like, you know what? You're being punished. You don't fit me. You don't look right. You're being punished. Get in the corner. I look in the mirror in the mornings because I get up so early to go to work, and I'm putting my makeup on and I'm washing my face, and I see these dark circles and I'm like, oh my God. Wonder what everybody else sees. So they see this old lady with, circles under her eyes and wrinkles around her mouth, who doesn't move as fast as everybody else. Like I said, this morning when I got up and my hip was like wobbly a little bit and I had to stand there for a couple of minutes just to move from the bed to the bathroom, made me feel old and made me feel like I'm not the woman I used to be. I'm not the woman I used to be. I'm a better woman. I'm a stronger woman. And that's what we got to keep telling ourselves and tell each other. It doesn't hurt when you're out and about and you see someone and you compliment them. Hey, that's a great dress. Or, oh, where'd you get your nails done? Those are beautiful. Or, anything. Oh, your dog's so cute. Women, we crave interaction. We crave attention somewhat. Not like, oh, look at her attention, but just, you know how good it makes you feel when someone comes up and tells you that you look good today, or, your smile just lights up the room. I have an older woman that comes in the store every Wednesday, and she purposely walks the store to make sure that she sees me before she leaves. She hugs me and she tells me how pretty I look. And it's this bun in the hair, same shirt, uniform every day. She was gone for the month of February, spending the month in Florida. And it was weird not seeing her, and I know one day, she's elderly and she's got some health issues, that she's not going to be there. And it's going to hurt me, because that woman makes my week. Because she goes, there, I knew I'd find you. And just those little things that can make you feel, good every day or every week or every month. Just getting the compliments, hearing the, hey girl, you gray hair. Your hair looks good today, which obviously mine does not, but, and having a best friend, having a confidant always helps too. Because that's what we do, we pick each other up. There's girls I work with that make it worthwhile going to work every day. Guys I work with, there's a guy that works in our produce department that it's like every day he'll come up, hey beautiful, and I'm like, hey sexy. He's like, who, me? Little old me? You're calling me sexy? Damn right, because it's true. It's what you feel. It's how you feel about yourself. It's not what, your boss thinks. It's not what your coworkers think. It's not what that girl down the street that sees you every day at the coffee shop getting your cup of coffee. It's not what she thinks. Because you don't need to care what those people think. You don't need to put on an act just to please somebody. There's this really good song. Her name is Colbie Caillat. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, because I hate when my name gets butchered, so if I'm butchering hers, I apologize. The song is called Try. Those words will hit you so deep. They need to be your anthem. They need to be your song that you listen to every day. I put it on in the car on my way to work every day. It gives me this feeling of strength, of who I am. There's girls at work that tell me, oh, I want to do your makeup, or I want to, help you, because I keep talking about, well, I don't really know how to dress. I struggle with how to dress, which of course that's another episode coming up, because I'm sure we all do. We want to be cute. We want to be fashionable. We want to be comfortable. We want to look good. Yeah, okay. And some of the clothes we see just don't fit that. I'm not wearing a half shirt. I'm not wearing shorts that ride in my tail or a skirt when I bend over, you get to see the granny panties that are underneath. I promise you that is not what I want to do. And I will never, ever, ever go back to a thong, ever. But they went, oh, I'd love to help you pick out clothes. I'd love to go shopping with you. We have such different tastes. I mean, even when my daughter and I go shopping together, and she looks so cute in this, we were at a store one day and she put on this really cute sundress. I tried the same dress on and I was like, no, ain't gonna happen. It's just, it doesn't matter. It really does not matter what's on the outside. It's what we have in here. It's that confidence that we have. It's hard. God, I know it's hard. I'm a lot more confident when I was at 25 than I am at 51. I was thinner. I was stronger. I had a future in front of me that I could build a career, if I wanted to. If I, wanted to build a business or build a career, or if I wanted more children, I could do that. Now at 51, I think, if I wanted to go out and find another job, the competition is extreme. I mean, I have a marketing degree that I graduated in 2003. Everything I went to school and I learned about marketing and PR is obsolete. Nobody advertises in newspapers and magazines or on TV anymore. It's all social media. It's all streaming channels, and you might have like a little blurb in a streaming channel. There is stuff like if you want to do a billboard at a ball field, or you want to sponsor an event. Hey, yeah, that's still a lucrative thing. But if I was out there right now and I was out there looking for a job in the marketing PR field, you know how many recent graduates I'd have to compete against? And feeling like I couldn't do it. What employer is going to pick me over some 23-year-old right out of college? Okay, I got this 51-year-old woman that might want to work another 10 years, or I got this 23-year-old that's going to work for the next 40 years. But that's where the confidence comes in. You need to be confident in what knowledge and education you have. Because it's not about age. It's not about who is going to be more attractive for a position. It's about what you know. And you walk in, if you got a job interview, you walk in and you go, hey, I'm going to nail this. I'm going to get this job. And if you don't get it, it's okay. They're not picking on you because of your age, or picking on you because you're not as experienced or as knowledgeable. Nobody's picking on anybody. So you walk out of there and go, you know what? That job was not meant to be mine. I went on several Zoom interviews before I got this job. And, Zoom's hard. You're in front of a computer. You're talking to somebody. You feel like sometimes you can't express who you are. You can't shake a hand. You can't hand over your information, your resume or cover letter or anything like that. They have it, but you can't just physically say, here, this is me. But you feel let down, and you feel like, oh my God, what did I do? You didn't do anything wrong. You absolutely did not do anything wrong. Just somebody else was better fit for the position. And your position's out there. The job that you're meant to have is out there. So just continue to be confident. And those are the kind of things that will knock us down as women. Looking for a job, going through a divorce. Our children moving out. It's hard. I see my daughter maybe once a couple of weeks. I'm sure it's even more difficult for my mom because I don't see her as much. The kids are moving on and they don't need us as much. That's a knock in our confidence. We were the cool moms that took our kids places and did things with them. And hell, being a single mom, she was my best friend. We did things together all the time. And then when she moved out, and now she's got her own life and her great career, and I'm just this mom looking for my piece. What's next for me? And those are the things that will knock you down quicker than anything. And of course, bad breakups and, losing friends over something stupid, like a guy. Like I said, she chose a guy over me. And we ran into each other several years later at the mall. She had met someone else. She got married, and we were like, "Hey, I'm happy for you," whatever. There was no, "Hey, let's get together" conversation, because we knew that wasn't gonna happen. She burnt that bridge, and that bridge is gone. I'll still be, civil, but it's not something I needed to go back to because it wasn't healthy for me. But as women, we need to help each other, support each other, compliment each other, do everything we can to build each other up, not run each other down. You have no idea that woman that you might have just insulted, not intentionally, but might have said, "Hey, where'd you get that ugly skirt," or whatever. It's just something stupid like that. Not thinking, it just comes out. You don't know what she's going through. We don't know what other women go through when they go home at night. She might be struggling to pay bills. She might have an abusive husband. She might have just lost her mother. You don't know what anyone's going through. So just be that support. Be that confident. Be that person that says, "Hey, you look good. That's a great outfit. Those are great shoes." Invite them to lunch. Say, "Hey, girl, let's go to lunch." If you someone that you haven't talked to in a while, reach out. Say, "Hey, let's go to lunch." I could definitely go for a glass of wine on the river. I mean, that's where I live. I live by a lake, so I live by rivers. Hey, a glass of wine on the river sounds good to me, but we just need to figure out ways as women to help each other grow and be strong and be confident, and to grow old not so gracefully. Growing old is never easy. I watched my mom and my aunts do it, and we used to laugh. Oh my God, did we laugh? I'm never going to be like that. I'm never going to act like that. I'm never going to do that kind of stuff. Then we start doing things like, I have a friend that loves to crochet, and she used to make fun of her mom because her mom would knit. Sit down and do puzzles, things that we never thought we would do as kids. Like, that's so old. I'm not doing that. I've noticed that some of the things I do to make myself feel old is, I ask my daughter, "What is this?" or "How do I make this work?" Or, she just recently taught me about Snapchat. And I made a comment to one of the guys at work the other day about, "Yeah, I know, one of our girls, she was on vacation." I said, "Well, she's home because, she was on Snap the other night." He goes, "Snap? Since when do you use the word snap?" I don't even use the word snap. I'm like, "Is that the wrong lingo?" And he's like, "No, but it just sounds weird coming from you." I said, "Coming from me, like, what, because I'm old?" He's like, "No, just because I didn't think you knew what Snapchat was," or whatever. He had to step up out of that one. But those are the things that make me feel old, having to ask my daughter, "Hey, how do I do this?" or "How does this work?" I mean, just sometimes even some of these streaming channels, there's so many of them. Just found out the other day there's an MGM Plus. Didn't even know that existed. But I do try to teach myself, to learn, to educate myself every day on some of the things that are changing. Some of the things like YouTube. Who'd have thought I was going to be on YouTube and talk about going old? But what the heck? Why not? Let's make it something that we can all be comfortable with. That, like I said in my very first episode, sometimes it's a lot easier to talk to a stranger about what you're going through than it is to your friends. Because of the confidence. You don't want your friends to think that you're struggling. You don't want your friends to think that there's something wrong, that, she's going through something. Sometimes you just want to we keep things to ourselves. And so I hope that we can all interact on this channel and talk to each other and help each other deal with the things that come with growing older, that go with getting confidence, losing weight, getting in shape. Like my last episode, the pain I'm still suffering through, but I got an appointment with an orthopedic tomorrow, so I'll keep you posted on that one. Trying new things. I mean, I've gone to a couple different places to look at a different fitness issues, I will share all that as I continue to explore those avenues. But sometimes it's just easier to reach out to someone you don't know. So if you feel like talking about something, if you feel like you need to get something out, talk to me, talk to other women, talk to the women that watch this channel. We can talk about it here. I can split screen it and you and I can have a full conversation right here. Just talk to someone if you feel you need to. Don't let your lack of confidence put you in a hole or put you in a dark place that you don't need to be. Because I don't want that to happen. I'm not going to let that happen. You talk to me. If you have to talk to someone and you don't know who to talk to me. Reach out to me. I'll talk to you. I'll give you my number. We can talk. We can text. Whatever you need. But I appreciate everyone that watches this channel and, helping me grow this channel. I'm considering making it a podcast too. So keep an eye out for that. Working on the logistics of that right now and what all I need to do to get on to a podcasting stream. There you go with the technical words I'm not sure I know about. So I'm educating myself a little bit. So keep an eye out for that. But in the meantime, please like and share and watch me scratch my eye. Like and share this channel, this video with your friends and continue to build up my audience. And let's grow together as a family of women who support each other, who fix that crown. All right, ladies, here's to you.